Yeah, sorry, I was not here.
Nice icebreaker.
Yeah.
Glad you made it, Tim. I give you money. Okay, it is 2:24 on February 7th, 2026. This is the State Senate Committee of the Libertarian Party of Indiana. And I'm going to call this meeting to order. Madam Secretary, if you'd like to call the roll.
Chair McBeal,
Present.
Vice Chair Senior,
Present.
Treasurer Dixon,
Present.
Mary Beth present, District 1 Schick,
Here.
District 2 Cott,
Here.
District 3 Avery, here, District 4 Lundy,
Here.
District 5 Schillings,
Present.
District 6 Lomax,
Here.
District 7 Glass, District 8 Haynes, District 9 Current, here, Communications Director Smith, Tech Director Schulteis,
Present.
Outreach Director Kokolard,
Here.
and you said we have one guest.
LNC alternate, Mr. Hirsch is present. Okay, everybody have a copy of the agenda? Any objection to any amendments to the agenda? Any objection to the agenda as presented? Hearing none, the agenda is adopted. Michael, can you be timekeeper? Sure. Thank you. That way you're far enough away. I can feel you. Officer reports, starting with the chair. There wasn't a whole lot from the 2 weeks since our last meeting, other than doing some work in Civi, doing some stuff with Andy, answering candidate inquiries, and spending most of yesterday at the election division. Doing a lot there, trying to fix some issues, getting us set up for the voter registration list, that kind of stuff. And that is pretty much it. Any questions? Yes. Mr. Schulteis.
I noticed on your email signature, you're using a different address. Is that official or?
Everything except for our official addresses, like with the Secretary of State and anything like that, we should use the 735 address.
Okay.
But there's permanence with the PO box. So actually, me and Stephanie were talking about this the other day. There's permanence with the PO box, so let's not change that when it comes to like Secretary of State, stuff like that. But other things, let's have the mail come here. That way it gets checked daily as opposed to once a month.
Okay.
Any other questions? Nope. Mr. Vice Chair, you have 2 minutes.
Yeah, Johnson. A lot of you already know, but I've moved from Johnson County to Marion County, so I'll be formally updating that in the city and. I have to do some formal paperwork for Johnson County as well. Then for convention, we're in the 4th quarter, as we all know, convention's next month. The team's been doing a lot of work. We've been meeting every other week. I'll update more on the convention during our convention time. And then lastly, for this 2 minutes, I really want to focus on searching for congressional candidates. So if you guys know of any names and putting them out, if you want me to reach out to them, I'm more than willing to do so. But I would like to get some solid libertarian, specifically libertarian candidates on the ballot. So if you guys do have names and you want me to reach out, or if you reach out yourself, I'd love to see us get as many as we can on the ballot.
Quick question, which county did you say you moved to?
Marion.
Marion.
Any questions for the Vice Chair? Okay, hearing none, Mr. Dixon, Treasurer's report, comment.
I submitted my report. I'm good.
Any questions for the Treasurer?
comment, I really liked the year to year
You like that?
comparison better, that format's what I'm more used to seeing than some of what we got.
I've been changing it monthly, if you'll
Yeah.
notice, just
Yeah.
like, here's a different way to look at it, and you see something you like, speak up, I can do more of that.
That's kind of right size as far as the categories, it's not just,
Easy to
just
read.
how much money we have, and this isn't every.
It's not line by line, it's
Transaction or whatever, whatever.
I can give you
Yeah,
as much as you want, or as little as you.
it was nice, bite sized, it was great.
Madam Secretary,
Um,
2 minutes.
not too much to report either. Meeting minutes from the last meeting have not been completed, but I hope to get those done this week. I did work with Evan this week to work on delegation report, and I should be able to get that out here either by the end of this weekend or early next week also. And just working with a couple bylaw approvals of company. So that's all I've got right now.
Any questions for the secretary? Hearing none, we've got 2 minutes for an LNC update. Mr. Hirsch, would you like to update us on all things happening on the LNC?
Yes, indeed. Last Sunday, when the LNC had a Zoom meeting, the main things that happened there, Austin Martin, one of the regional auditors, submitted a bunch of proposals. All of them were defeated. Also, the main other business, there was a motion to form a messaging committee, and that also failed. Those are the main 2 things for the meeting, and then since then, we found out that the phone number, the 800 number for the Libertarian Party, 1-800-ELECT-US, is not working. So we're working on getting that fixed, getting that back. Those are the main things.
Actually, one of the resolutions I think did pass.
That's what he told us Tuesday.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one. Was it the
Uh,
ice one?
yes.
Okay, so one resolution passed, the rest of them went down in flames.
I mean, I wouldn't say down in flames, but they were defeated.
Well, I mean, I think mainly to look at the source. I think there's a lot of people don't really care for Austin.
Well, I'm not gonna comment on that. I think that it was more policy position, because it requires 3/4 to pass a policy resolution on the LNC.
And also the same thing with that messaging committee that was defeated, that also required I think 2/3 or 3/4. And it failed.
That wasn't an email ballot, it just required a majority, but it
Well.
failed.
Nevertheless,
It was an ad hoc supplemental messaging committee. So it's a committee within a committee. Within a committee,
For the purpose
I
of
think it's
what?
3 levels deep.
Social.
it's to add more, its purpose was to add more red tape.
Yeah. Any questions for Mr. Hirsch about the LNC? All right, hearing none, thank you, Mr. Hirsch. District 1, Mr. Schick.
Porter and LaPorte counties have both had their county conventions. I've reminded Lake County that they should hold one, but I never got any notice that they were having a meeting. I don't, just by the chance, Seven, did Chuck Pullen contact you about any kind of activities going on in Lake County?
Nope.
Okay. So, and then all 3 counties have been reminded to get their CFA forms in by March 5th. And we have one candidate that'll be nominated for a state house in District 1, and that'll come up at the convention. That's it for me.
I think that candidate did reach out, asking if they could be nominated locally. And told them no, and that they probably should come to the convention. Well, they have to actually come because we do their paperwork there. And so they have to actually be at the convention.
Okay. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Shea? Mr. Schultz?
The CFA 4 is due on March 2nd, not the 5th. So. please
Oh, I'm sorry.
remember that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There was another March 5th deadline. I got them confused. Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Shea? Hearing none, District 2, Mr. Cobb.
Kosciuszko County just held their convention. Did get a new member, talked about some interest in running for office, so, we're getting some more information on them and seeing where they would fit in best here. That's it for Kosciuszko County, Elkhart County and St. Joe County have our, annual convention scheduled. And Marshall County, afterwards, I'd like a couple minutes of your time, Mr. Chair, here to talk about disaffiliation for Marshall, so. Unfortunately, I think that's just the way we're gonna have to go. We only have 2 active members there and both have expressed that. So,
Okay.
that's where we're at with Marshall County. That's.
Did you look in City where there are only 2 members?
There's more than just the 2 members, but they're the only ones that are responding to anything, so.
Is Marshall putting anything in?
What's that?
Has Marshall been putting anything out?
No, Marshall's been stagnant here.
Well, let's, as a general policy, let me just take a minute, let's pause the clock for a second, the time. Before we start talking about disaffiliating a county, and this isn't just to you. Let's look to see if there's been communications going out from that county through Civi to the members and the contacts. If there hasn't been, let's help them do that. Let's encourage them to do a couple rounds of that, because we do know that we had a county that disaffiliated that had, but they only thought they had 10 members. It turned out that they had 7. And some of the members in that county were very upset to find out that their county had closed down. But they hadn't been getting any communication from the county leadership. And the county leadership complained that nobody was coming to their meetings. So let's do better about communicating with all of the members and contacts within a county and try to boost that up a little bit before we entertain the idea of shutting down the county party.
Just so clear, there are only 2 members.
Okay. How many contacts are there in Marshall County?
Contacts,
Yeah, you just do a search with no qualifier other than the county.
sorry, I was pulling up the report. We can move on, I can find
Yeah.
it.
Any other questions? And Mr. Cotton, that wasn't. I guess not.
No offense taken whatsoever. Any help that we can get to try to maintain the affiliate and not shut it down, I'm all for, so.
District 3, Ms. Avery.
Allen County had their convention this past Sunday, and Lori and Danny came out to do their presentation for us, and very much achieved that. We've actually had another person join the party since then, so I'm very excited about that. Although this is a person that usually has interactions with a certain member and then jumps out, so they are very excited about the plans for our convention and state convention, and I purchased a training package for them because they were excited to see Thomas when I talked about his situation. So she may roll down there from her chair and attend those sessions. Other than
I know
that,
who you're talking about now.
yeah,
I thought it was somebody else.
you know, I'll get it. Shit. Let's see what else. I was also gonna bring up the county for disaffiliation, so and definitely had that stuff aimed at me too. I'm sure none of that stuff is going on, but I will double check and send out some communication to
The
contacts.
one that we have tried to get that will sometimes respond to me, but not to you. I think they actually closed out.
What?
I think they did.
Wow.
So if they did, then we can just do that.
Can you check that
I'll
out?
check that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Remind me if you don't hear from me by Thursday, nudge me about that.
It's coming up Thursday.
This coming up Thursday.
So at our Allen County Convention, we had a person jump in to run for school board. After being told, you know, maybe you want to hold off on this, but they decided that they wanted to throw their hat in the ring, and I think they've come up with something interesting with the press release that we sent out, although I don't know that anyone has jumped up on it yet. It's something like confusion around nominating convention or something, so maybe a Robert press, I don't know. And Adam Newmeyer also stepped up to run for his township board.
Any questions for Ms. Avery? Okay. District 4, Mr. Lilly.
Not a lot's changed from last month. We're down 2 members, 1994 donations are about the same. I will say Hendricks County's downgraded them to a little bit more of a trouble, so I'm gonna take a personal interest in what's going on over there, because we don't have scheduled the convention yet. So I'm gonna look into that, and then it's typically. Another one that until it is. So. That's it, I got nothing.
Okay,
Oh, wait, on the good news, I do have some good news to finish on.
What?
Yeah, our school board, Libertarian, in Martinsville.
Yeah.
Was elected president of the school board to serve out his last year.
Do you want to get the head of this over that though?
What, that he's not running for
He's not
re-election?
running for re-election.
But he said when he ran that he's going to do one term. So.
Yeah.
Politician that keeps his word, wow.
And then he's also a pastor.
Find somebody who would run in the seat.
I doubt it,
Or create somebody.
considering how much of a pain in the butt it's been for him.
He doesn't need though.
No, I mean, it's been in the paper, it's hard to miss.
All right, any questions for Mr. Lundy? Hearing none, District 5, Ms. Shillings.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our Hamilton County Convention was held January 25th, and those delegates should be submitted soon. We're still asking if anybody would like to be an alternate. I've been attending ongoing land use meetings for Carmel City Council in regards to their comprehensive plan, and they try to add a US 31 sub area plan that affected residential areas that would be marked for possible redevelopment. So it raised a lot of red flags with me and myself, as it included my home. And I brought awareness to a lot of people who did not even know this was happening. So there's been an outpouring of community interest in this. And as of this last Tuesday's land use meeting, they had went through and marked those residential areas as to be preserved for single family home use and not with any buffer to be redeveloped at all. So we've had great progress with that. There's ongoing discussions with people along that US 31 corridor who are still quite concerned about property rights and what they can do with property that's not theirs, which is commercial property. I've been asked to attend private home meetings at that next week. I'll see if I have time. Madison County Convention will be held February 28th at 4 p.m. at Arts Pizza in Anderson. And Grant County Convention was held Sunday, February 1st, and their delegates should be submitted soon if they have not been already. And that's all I have today.
I have a couple of things for you. Mr. Rutherford, I don't know if he's on your delegate list, but he just confirmed to me he is going to the convention.
I will add him to the list.
I have information about a potential elected in Grant County that would like to potentially switch parties. This
Okay.
came to me yesterday.
Please send me that information and we'll have a conversation about that.
When did you say Madison County, Stephen?
That'll be the 28th,
February 14th.
February 28th at 4 p.m. at Arts Pizza.
Okay, thank you.
That might be one. Schedule.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Shillings. District 7 or District 6, Mr. Lomax.
Yeah, so update from the last meeting, we did actually get quorum on a Zoom call for the resuming of our nominating convention. I was nominated and have filed paperwork to run for county council in Hancock County for District 2. Stephen Wagner, who is not on our board, but is a very active member in Hancock County's party, was nominated and has filed paperwork to run for county commissioner in Hancock County under District 2 also. I was talking to Matt Kappas from Johnson County. I'm going to extend a little bit of help through Civi CRM and send emails to some of the contacts that are in Johnson County because he really doesn't want to disaffiliate the party. But with James leaving, that's one of the more active members in the county that's leaving. So he's concerned about keeping everything up on that. He said that he has tentative plans for a county convention the first week of March. I said, as long as it's 14 days before the state convention and you get your delegates submitted the same day, he said he's reaching out to people to see who wants to be a delegate. So I'm going to help him out with that stuff through Civi CRM. Doing the same thing with Brad Hancock out in Henry County, or Brad Simpson out in Henry County, but I have not been able to get in touch with him yet. So I'm going to try to reach out to him again this week and see what I can do and what I can find out about Henry County, because at the very least I need to let him know to file a CFA4 before the deadline in March. So that's it for District 6. If anybody's got any other questions.
Keep Henry County on my radar coming up to the reporting period,
Okay.
because I don't want them to end up getting a huge fine, but so keep me updated on that if you would.
Okay. Yep, will do.
Any questions for Mr. Lomax? Okay, District 8, Mr. Haynes, or District 7 is class. She's not here. District 8, Mr. Haynes. I will say District 7, Marion County is holding their convention on February 28th at 1 p.m. at 7:35 Shelby. In one of the conference rooms. Mr. Haynes isn't here from District 8, District 9, Ms. Curran.
Yes, so since the last meeting, Jefferson County, is wanting to dissolve. They were supposed to have a convention, I think Monday, they never came up with a location for that. And really realized that both the chair and the treasurer, who are the only members, I believe, didn't want to go forward. They're just, they want to be involved in the party, but they did not want to be in a leadership position and keep the county going. I have not seen whether they've been sending things out via city, but they have been doing stuff, I think, on via Messenger is what I think Ronald usually uses. I'm not sure what they're I'd have to look at all that, but that's where they are and kind of want to know what the steps would be to be dissolved. Positive news, Jackson County did get a convention scheduled. So they are going to meet February 21st at 1 p.m. at Lola's Modern Kitchen in Seymour. There'll be an Indiana Normal meeting right after that same location. They don't seem 100% confident that someone's going to step up and be chair still. So, but hopefully that'll be the case. They're going to be acting as, I guess, Mr. Crawford will be the acting chair for that as the former vice chair. Go look at my notes. Monroe is still, we have someone identified, likely next chair that have not, I spoke with them, confirmed that as recently as yesterday. They do not still have a convention scheduled. They know they need to do that as soon as possible. They know that their bylaws do require like a 30-day notice for their convention. So they're going to be past that March 5th deadline. And I'm not sure what the other options are for them to potentially have delegates. For the convention, I don't know if their chair can appoint or we can appoint, or if there's any wiggle room to do something for them to sub delegates to the state convention.
They can come
Okay.
and request, we're a little ahead, so we're gonna go through this. They can request to be set.
Okay.
But
As long as
since
they-
they're also
as long as
the
they-
chair, they can't negotiate with another county chair to be sat.
Those aren't part of the rules anymore.
Right, bylaws.
So I know.
But just as long as
It's been bylaws.
But it's not a suspension.
Okay.
No.
I didn't remember how we wrote it.
There's
I'm
no
just
county
reminding you.
chair, so the county chair can't come to your county and ask you to seat their.
Oh, I got you.
Right, because there isn't one.
They're gonna see another
However, we
county.
as a body
Yeah.
can seat anybody who is eligible to be a delegate and wasn't elected.
that was a change, they still have to have been a member 60 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every county gets at least one representative.
Also, if they don't have
Yeah.
a chair,
If they didn't submit it, they didn't hold it, then there's no chair, there's no automatic. delegate.
as a question, since they don't have a chair, would it be in order for them to notify the district rep that they would like to be a delegate and her submit the
Yes.
delegates?
Yeah, or the secretary.
Okay, prior to them getting a chair though, like we need to do that.
Right,
It doesn't matter now anyway, they need to go through this process. They have to ask to be sat as a.
So it doesn't matter if they have their convention first and then I'm gonna.
As of right now, they need to contact you. You
Okay.
contact the secretary
Okay,
to give names of these are people from Monroe County who would like to be sat as a delegate. And what will happen is when we go through the credentialing of delegates at the convention,
Okay,
The secretary will pass a list of names and I will ask the body to approve or reject them to be sat as delegates.
perfect, perfect. And then just within the district overall, I still have the counties, I think Russell said he sent information about getting the city website, so there's still, everyone's still kind of waiting on that.
And I will tell you what the whole, what I'm. Because he reached out to me, here's where we're at with that. I don't have time and I'm not going to be here forever.
Okay,
So I've asked Andy to tell us what it would cost for him to do the onboarding
okay,
moving forward for any county.
okay,
What would that cost? And then that gets paid in some way, shape or form, that
Okay.
gets done. Because if we're waiting for me to do it, one, I can't do it. And two, I'm eventually not going to be here.
okay.
And train like our tech director, maybe to do some of that.
There's some significant like. Things that have to be done, and I think it would be it'd be a better process if we just had our. Vendor do it.
Kind of relatedly in that and just kind of wanting their.
Not because I hate you, Michael.
That's beside.
Yeah,
They actually said-
that had no bearing on
Giving you
it,
more
just a
work.
bonus.
Okay. But similar to that, they're just kind of asking, I have at least 3 counties asking for more affiliate support. And one of the things they'd asked was maybe going back to the chairs calls that they felt like fell off at some point, that was helpful maybe with the county chairs.
Okay,
So,
if they're requesting,
Yeah.
because I stopped doing it because people stopped attending.
okay, well, they're asking very specifically for that.
Okay,
Okay.
I will give more of my time to blood centers.
Okay. Well, then I will look at, in city at other contacts in Jefferson County.
Okay,
If there's still some help for
how long are
Suspect
you
not.
here?
here where, like, the building today. I would need to leave around 4-ish, because I don't need to be driving.
Let's set up a time where we can
Okay.
do
I'm
it via Zoom,
just
so I
back
can
up.
walk you through some stuff.
Okay.
Find a date once a month that you're available to. Because you're doing it with me. Yeah.
But I get.
Any question, well, no, we're over time on that. Comms director's not here. We did send out the press release for you in Allen County. I know we sent out the op-ed. The way we did it was as Lori shows. County chair and candidate for Secretary of State, but it went out under our masthead.
Thank you.
Lots of interactions on socials. Lots and lots of interactions on socials. Any questions about anything that's gone out from comms? Anybody unhappy with our comms?
Very happy with.
Yes, second.
Excellent work with them.
Okay, I'm sorry, did you say something, Michelle?
I said excellent work with them.
Oh, okay. Tech Director, Mr. Schultz.
I submitted my written report. I have nothing further to add. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them.
I want us to get our phone thing set up. And that's just me and you need to just do it. Even if it's just the voicemail with the going into the officers. Maybe, we don't really necessarily need the app or whatever the other things were with it, but 90% or better of our messages are hangups.
Right. It was mentioned previously that we do not have a current outgoing message, so
Yeah.
recording one would probably help with that.
What I'd love is if somebody with an amazing voice, as mine starts cracking right then and there, who maybe has experience doing Twitch stream, things like that, could record an outgoing message. She's got a laptop with an RGB keyboard and mouse. Likes to wear maroon jackets. Brought a bag of Snickers with her to a meeting.
Has to declining reputation.
Or we could reach out to someone with radio and podcasting experience, like.
There you go. A comms director, perhaps.
I don't want to have to listen to his voice. So,
All the more reason for us to do it. Who's in?
We should all record one.
outreach, Miss Coquillard.
I don't have anything new to report from the last 2 weeks and just been working on the other teams, social media and the convention team. So I cede my time.
Any questions from Ms. Coquillard? Okay, hearing none. Committee reports 2026 convention LPIN 5 minutes.
Yeah, so we're obviously in the fourth quarter, as I mentioned previously. We're doing a lot of things that have deadlines, so we're trying to finalize a few things, including what numbers we're looking at for delegates / attendees. I did get an awesome call the other day from the Tuttle Twins representative. They wanted to what our convention possibly add, and they want to network with us as a party, so we should have one author there. They're gonna call me Monday to confirm, but they sounded pretty sure that they're gonna do that. Our three, if anyone missed it, our 3 tracks is Voter Gravity, Thomas Quitter's gonna have a track, and we're done homeless outreach. And all those really go along with the theme of radical empathy and how we as a party need to see the humanity in voters to get them to vote our way. So I'm excited for this year's convention, and I think it'll highlight some things that sometimes get missed as our party.
What was the third track?
Homeless outreach.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the second one, sorry.
Thomas Quitters.
Do we have the name of the person that's doing the third track?
We're working on confirming it finally.
The person that's coming from Allen County, but it's coming to the screening after the dinner.
Yes.
Okay. And just so everybody else is reminded or updated on it, after the awards dinner, the room will be reset to show Thomas Queter's documentary on mobility and disability. And then after that, which will be free, so stick around. We're going to have another side event for people who are coming to the dinner. After the dinner, come to the documentary. After the documentary will be karaoke. The bar will still be open. We'll probably have I don't know, what's your DJ name? Like
DJ Schultz.
yes. I don't know.
Or
it was like
what
Asian bacon or something.
last year you called me like fly by night karaoke or whatever.
Not so fine, it's gonna.
So there'll be fun activities, so stick around. You don't have to leave. Stick around, hang out, have a good time. Any questions about the 2026 convention, Mr. Schulteis?
What is the deadline for purchasing a table?
The day before.
Okay.
Ms. Curran and Ms. Ager.
If there is kind of a later thing, but I know Kara Schultz has been offering like to potentially do like community defense type of training. At conventions or something, if there's some way to even squeeze an event like the Thursday before or Sunday afternoon, I would throw in, if there's some way to organize, I don't want to do the organizing, but I would throw in to help that happen if there was some way to.
Great idea, that requires a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And money
And time.
to do.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say no, because the convention schedule is locked.
Okay.
However, I'm working with her to do an online thing.
Okay.
We're not part of the convention.
Right, or even if it was someone else, but yeah, exactly.
This is, I mean, like literally like next week.
Okay.
We might be doing a live video with me and her talking about how resistance training. Ms. Avery.
Is there a way to get updates like at least monthly or more like every other week or something about how many packages have been sold so that we have kind of an idea of how many people are gonna be coming to our event?
James can. as an officer and the head of the convention committee, he can log into Civi and see if the package is on. If you stick around today, I'll show you how to do that.
Oh, we're definitely,
We're
definitely sticking around.
Yeah. Any other questions about the convention? Hearing none, Madam Secretary, bylaws committee for 5 minutes.
Last week, there were several proposals that were sent. I guess at this point, they've been sent out to the bylaws committee for review. And unfortunately, I have gotten some report back that they don't want to be supported at all without any discussion. So, I mean,
Okay.
I can share what they are.
Nope.
No, okay. So, but that's kind of where we're at this point. I'm waiting to hear from the other 2 members of the bylaws committee.
Okay. We will have to have a special meeting. February 19th. Or via email if everybody promises to respond by February 19th. We have to vote on the order to accept the bylaws committee's recommendation for the order of presentation, or they get done, and it doesn't matter because there's only been those, and they were all submitted basically at the same. I think it was in one email.
They were set. They were independently submitted, but on the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So never mind. It doesn't. We're supposed to vote on the order of them being presented, but they were all from the same person submitted the same day. So it doesn't. Any questions from the bylaws committee? Okay, hearing none. Next item on the agenda is Clay County disaffiliation.
No, you skipped a whole section unless you moved it. Did you move that? You skipped.
There's no time allocated for those.
But that's right. Okay.
You have an objection to say word?
What's that?
Is there something you wanted to talk about? Okay. Clay County disaffiliation, I would entertain a motion to accept the disaffiliation of Clay County.
Okay.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Also.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, so now we can go to discussion.
Question?
Yes.
This is at their request, is that
This is
correct?
at their request.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear.
This is at their adamant request.
I just wanted to make that clear because we are so close to the convention.
At their very insistence, they thought they had done it in September.
Oh, wow.
And they've done, as far as I know, I helped them get re-logged into the system, the state election division campaign finance portal. I believe that they have finalized their paperwork. They have given us, they submitted a check to us for the $105, which was remaining in their bank account. We'll say this, there is a $300 fine from 2023 where they were a few days late filing the campaign finance report. But they only have $105, which we know. So that's a thing.
It's just a question, whoever knows, what is so to quickly summarize the advantages or disadvantages of losing that affiliation? How hard is it to re-affiliate? What?
Not hard.
That's.
Yeah.
Monroe had that question of.
Yeah, what's the argument for keeping it? Not just on this one, but.
So the argument for keeping it is, they can't nominate any local candidates. They all have to be done by the state party. And here's the thing. After convention, we don't nominate to fill vacancies for county parties because it requires all of the paperwork to be notarized and turned into the county clerk within 3 days. And I am not Ubering around the state of Indiana.
We lose potential
With paperwork.
candidates after convention.
We just had a recent event where we had an elected official who then moved, and normally county party would caucus on somebody to replace them in that elected position. And if they're not a county party, it becomes convoluted and hard.
Actually, funny story, Danny, this was also part of the thing yesterday at the election.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no position in the state of Indiana, any office that we fill. On a,
So we're not allowed to do it at all.
it's always filled by the board.
Not even,
The election,
well,
board, not the party itself.
hold on, it's not, unless you're a Republican or Democrat, then they hold a caucus.
Right, but
Okay.
we don't have a caucus, even on the county level. There's no thing, it actually, we're barred by state law, so if, a state legislator stepped down. We don't have a caucus, we as the state party would not be able to fill it, the Republicans or Democrats would, and then it would go to a special election. But, city council, so, I gave the example of, Clayton in Grant County on the Jonesboro City Council. If he resigned, stepped down, moved, died, whatever, they would fill the seat. The board would fill the seat.
The election board?
No,
No,
the
the
city
town
council
council.
would
Interesting.
fill the board, but if it was a Republican or Democrat, they would hold a caucus and they would fill.
So we would have no say.
We would have absolutely no say, so
They're
it's
gonna
one of
fill
the
it
things that
with-
they're actually working with us to fix.
Another advantage of being an affiliate is delegates to the state convention. If you're an unaffiliated county, you get one, that's it. And then if you're an affiliate, you get more of a say in how the state party is run and managed. And there's other benefits too, like you get access to state party resources,
Yeah.
training and all that stuff, right? So.
But the process to be affiliated is a temporary chair is appointed.
How many people have to get energized in the
Sure.
county?
At least two.
That's a rule, that's the requirement is two, chair and treasurer.
Followed.
Yeah,
Alright, but how much
Even
work
if-
versus,
Yeah.
you know, potential candidates?
I'm gonna say, you remember when we tried to affiliate Boone?
Well, we have that, it can't be obviously without leadership, like they're still affiliated, but there's no leadership there, like does their CFA, do you do that, or how does that, or do they get in trouble for not
So
doing it?
then, if they have zero money in the bank. And they're reporting zero money, then I just ask the election division to report zero. To avoid a fee, that's why I was asking about. Henry County. With Lucas to remind me, because I know they're at zero, so I can make sure. Last minute, I can say,
Yeah, I'm not sure what Jefferson is, I wondered about that.
To your point though, when we lose leadership in a county and it's still affiliated, these are the kind of problems we run into.
Right.
Because if we incur fines, who's gonna pay that,
Right.
right? Like it becomes a problem,
Well,
right?
the committee for the county level is supposed to have a chair and treasurer.
Yeah.
Minimum, yeah.
but there's also things like. The the Facebook page.
Yeah, and that's kind of.
Where's
Make a motion to
Some counties can get control of their pages.
You could just call over to the day. I don't think anybody wants to talk anymore.
Well,
I have a
don't we-
question.
Oh, okay, how about 5 minutes?
don't we need to keep the vote though since,
I'm wanting to get
Okay.
clarification, motion to extend by 5 minutes.
On the topic of who pays fines.
No, I'm asking,
Oh, 5 minutes, yes.
any objection to extending time by 5 minutes?
No.
Okay, hearing none, time's extended by 5 minutes, Mr. Schultz. Go ahead.
On the motion of who pays fines, legally, my understanding, isn't the treasurer responsible for all that, for that county?
And I will tell you this,
So the
this,
last treasurer though, we would
Yes.
say resign.
yes,
Oh, shit.
yeah,
But that's a big issue too.
so, and that is.
It's part of the fiduciary responsibility.
I will tell you this, we have a candidate from. 2014,
Oh, it's not Clark County, but.
I think it was 2014, statewide candidate. Who is still receiving fines, their committee is still open.
Oh, my.
They do not file reports. They have moved out of the state. The election division is very aware of it. And they basically said there's nothing they can do because it's out of state. And I can't close it because it has fines attached to it. So I can't ask them to close the committee. Under the law, it is a civil infraction. And the Secretary of State can seek civil damages. And if you fail to pay, it can become criminal.
Oh, wow.
For not paying your fines.
Will you do that when you're elected, Lori?
So back to Clinton County, if they owe, how are they going to address that with their last treasurer?
There we go.
So that's something for us to revisit, and I wanna keep the $105 that they submitted to us. separate, like, that it's there. And then try to figure out how to pay those fines off with them.
And I'm assuming we obviously know who is the last treasurer.
Off the top of my head, I do know that.
Probably sending, yeah.
Is there a function where the state party can assume responsibility of?
We can pay off
Right.
if we wanted to, which we just have to
Throw it
if we want
out.
to reaffiliate, we can't have it
Right.
open with fines there. So if we decided to reaffiliate that county, we would have to make sure that any of the previous fines were paid off.
So that would be the cleanest method is to assume the debt.
That's why when a whole 105 they sent us.
Right.
So that
Right.
we owe another 195.
We are still on the topic of Clay County disaffiliation at this point. I would like to make a motion that the state party that money pays that fine so we can clear that out and it would be available for reaffiliation at the time.
So that's an amendment to the motion to disaffiliate. So it'd be a motion to disaffiliate Clay County. With the state party assuming the responsibility for the $300 campaign fine.
Yes.
Okay.
We would absorb that.
Is there a second to that amendment?
I'll second.
Any objection to that amendment? Does anybody want to speak to the amendment? Ms. Avery?
I just have a question. Is this something that we would be able to talk to the election board and get them to settle for the 105?
That was in September.
Okay.
And so it's beyond that point now.
We'll only continue to accrue fines if we do not take care of this now, and then we would ultimately have to not reaffiliate that county.
Well, there's no fine, there's no additional fines that can be incurred now.
Right.
Once the committee's closed. Those, because they did file. This was when they were late filing in 2023. The hearing to have fees waived or lowered was in September.
We've
And
missed that opportunity.
Mr. Vice Chair, did you have a question upon it? This is on the amendment.
Yeah, how often in the past have we paid fines for counties? Is it common practice is my better question.
I believe every time it's been requested, there's been a good reason for it. And we paid. Because it's almost always been that I can remember both myself and Tim, the county, asking and us saying, we'll bring this up at the next board meeting. Because it was a legitimate reason. Otherwise, it's been no, that's your responsibility because you were late. But if there's been like instances, we'll sometimes do it, but it's very rare that we've done it, but we have done it. Ms. Avery?
Can we take that out of the district's allotment?
Yes. Mr. Treasurer?
I was just going to add that, in this case, it's negligible in the context of our budget, so it's just not worth the headache.
It would be $195 in addition to the 105 that are submitted to us by Mr. Cotton.
And all this just makes it easier to reaffiliate in the future if we get activity, so.
That's correct.
Ease of reaffiliating, I say let's just cover it.
Okay, this is a vote on the amendment. Is there any objection to the amendment?
Do we amend the amendment to what?
You can't amend the amendment.
Time has expired, if we need to extend.
Nope, because we're taking action on it and its discussion's over.
Okay.
Is there any objection to the amendment? Hearing no objection to the amendment becomes part of the main motion. If we wanted to make an amendment, that would be the time to do it.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, then we're on to the main motion being the disaffiliation of Clay County with the Libertarian Party of Indiana, assuming the fines incurred. Whatever that language was I said earlier. This will require a roll call vote.
Just one moment.
Yep, whenever you're ready.
Got also my notes. All right, I'm gonna start factors. Outreach Director Kokolart.
Abstain.
Tech Director Schultheis.
Aye.
Missions Director is not present. District 9 Curran.
Aye.
District 8 absent. District 7 absent. District 6 Lomax.
Aye.
District 5 Shillings.
Aye.
District 4 Lundy.
Aye.
District 3 Avery.
Yes.
District 2 Cotton.
Yes.
District 1 Schick.
Aye.
Secretary Delsbach, aye. Treasurer Dixon.
Aye.
Vice Chair Tina.
Aye.
Chair McMahon.
Aye.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 yeses, 1 abstain. That passes.
The next item on the agenda is candidate updates. Is there anybody who would like to give an update on the candidate campaign?
Sure, Secretary of State's campaign is going along well for Lori Shillings. She's been to several county conventions, had a good reception. We've been doing a media push for op-eds, letters to the editor. In fact, if there's anybody out there who would like to submit letters to the editor to your local paper, we will draft up a draft for you. You can change it however you like, make it your own, and then submit it. We'll do the hard part, which is writing the gist of it for you. We just need people to submit it to your local paper. So please let us know if you'd like to be on that team, where literally you can just take it, sign it, submit it to your local paper, and we can get some LTEs in the local paper. So
I have a question.
Yep.
Is the letter to the editor, is that focused on the candidate or is it on policy?
right now it's on policy. So
Okay.
after March, that would change,
Okay,
assuming we.
It is all one policy at this time.
okay. So it doesn't necessarily mention direct the candidate.
It is related to a lot of the media pushes that we've been putting out, so it's in connection to
My
it.
question is this something that the state party could send out to
Yes.
say to people, hey, you can submit this?
Yes, there's nothing that
Okay.
mentions me specific.
Okay.
So whenever we do an op-ed, we'll have an LTE version that can also be submitted, so. That way we can push the same message.
It's tactically marketed.
What, tactical marketing?
Any other candidate updates? Any
If you need-
announcements?
You need merch, let us know.
Any announcements?
You can always go to.
Say
In related to our push for making homeless kits at the state convention, we do have an Amazon wish list if you would like to order some supplies. To do that, you can order them and bring them yourself to the convention, or the address that's on there is my address, so you can make me haul scrap to the convention.
You can also bring it down here to 7:35 to the office, and then Stephanie will take it. Ms. Shillings and then Mr. Vice Chair, Ms. Shillings.
You send out an email with that information
Yes.
to the board.
Yes, I was kind of waiting to submit it for everyone else until we had the person leading the track, but.
We can still
Yes,
participate even
Yes.
if that person never showed up,
yes,
because you have it.
and I've already ordered stuff, so
Thank you.
we're doing it whether we have a
I
person
would
or not.
love to have that.
We'll get Evan or James to talk us through it.
And I mean, actually, I they've run a homeless outreach program, so if the worst case comes worse, I will jump out there for an hour.
The bottom of the barrel.
I don't like public speaking, but I have a lot of experience in
Yeah,
that.
there's
Should I bring that business?
Tracks.
Ms. Shillings.
I was just gonna add an addendum, if anyone listening would like to visit my website, loriforliberty.com, there's a fundraising button in the upper right hand corner underneath our candidate speaking update right now. So thank you.
Any other?
Really, it's a couple $1 million to get.
Thank you for your thank you card.
Thank you.
Okay, hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I mean,
It's been moved, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
Aye.
All those opposed say nay.
Yay.
Nay.
It is 3:19 and we are adjourned.
I'm channeling great.
Up the car for you and your entire district.
Okay.
We do need to have a quick convention meeting.